Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color. I'm very late. So it goes. Um, I mean, I could try to make them at the same time every day, but it doesn't really work for me. Sorry. All right. So um, I've had some really interesting conversations over the last 24 hours. Really interesting conversations. And, I mean, I believe it has something to do with Mexico. Okay. And so my little message today is reconnect. Okay. So what does that mean? Okay. There's a lot to it. I had a conversation with somebody last night about somebody who passed away. And, I'm able to talk to my mother, and I'm able actually to talk to other people who passed on. And it took practice. And, the first thing is you have to have a desire, right? You have to have a desire. So a really good way to do this, and, it takes some time, but for me, this works for me. I mean, there are other ways to do it, but this works for me. And maybe I'll give you a couple of other examples. So I feel like the reconnection is either reconnection with ancestors, right? Or reconnection with your own higher self, and reconnection maybe with your child, the child inside of you. I, I thank you, Dina. So I'm going to be doing some meditations. I know it's floating around in my head. So I'm going to be adding meditations about like getting in touch with your inner child and healing your inner child, etc. Okay. So let me just get to it. So if you sit in the morning and you connect to your heart. Just connect to your heart. I am my heart. I am my light. Let this grow, whatever color, whatever shape comes up. Let it go through your whole body. Fill it with love. Fill it with joy. Fill it with gratitude. Fill it with clarity. Connect to the earth. And it's a radiance. It's not I'm giving my heart away. I'm giving my soul away. I'm giving my light away. It's like I'm radiating my light as a sun in the middle of a solar system, and I send it down into the earth. And I receive, and you keep on doing that for a while. You let it loop. Automatically, it'll loop. I receive. I send and I receive. It's almost like letters. Like make believe it's like a pen pal. And you connect to your higher self. And all it takes is your intent. That's all it takes. That's it. So sit in that and then ask. So I find it really helpful to write. So in the morning, and it takes a while. So don't expect it to happen overnight. I mean, it could. All right. So, this is basically what I do. I write the day, higher self, message for now, message for today. What do you have to tell me? Okay. Dear Grandma, what do you have to tell me? What's my best action? What should I do about this situation? Whatever it is. And in the beginning, you're going to be like, I don't hear anything. I don't feel anything. So write down what you would imagine. Write down what you would imagine, like your highest good, what you would imagine, and just write it down. And continue to do that. And what happens after a few weeks, a few months, all of a sudden you start hearing and you're realizing this is not you. This is something higher than you. This is something other than you. This is not just your ego. This is your higher self. This is your guides and angels. This is your, what do you call it? Ancestors. So that's my suggestion. And I'm going to be doing some like inner child healing work because I feel like that's really important. And it's, I call it meditation, but it's really more energy work. So I'm going to be adding that hopefully this week. Yeah, I always have a lot going on. All right. So connection, reconnect. And I was talking to this guy last night, and this is what all the ancients did. This is how they got their knowledge. This is what you could be in your body and not in your body at the same time. You're still in your body, but you're in your oversoul. You're in your monad. You're in your eighth chakra, your soul star. That's the place with the information. All right. You don't have to know what it's called. Don't worry. Let's see what the card of the day is. I'm really late, Dina. I got home at like 2 a.m. I haven't even checked the email. I haven't even checked the phone. I did the little meditation on the roof. And, this is what they said today, by the way. I mean, I have a whole... So this is a little mini message. Make peace. Make peace. It was an interesting night, Dina. It was interesting. I'll tell you after. Let me read this. Make peace with yourself and make peace with the world. That's it. That's not from me. I'm so sassy. So that's why I know, like the time that I kind of channeled Guadalupe, it's like, that ain't me, because like the language is different. The language is different. It's much, it's wiser. All right. So what happened was last night, Dina, I went to that place. Now, if you remember, I guess this is going to be a long video. You said they were waiting for me, right? So I went to that place, and they had like a end of the year dinner for all the people who have places there. And they're doing a lot of really amazing work. They're working a lot with water. There's one guy who leads it's like a male thing, and they do the I don't know what the word is, where it's a very ancient thing where it's almost like an adobe, made out of earth, and they dig into the earth and they do these like shamanic rituals. So there's that, and then they have one for women, and then they have another thing where they have these pools of water inside the space, and the water really gives them information, and it's like they scry with the water, and there's astrology, and there's a lot of other tarot readers, and there's a Reiki master, and most of them are what do you call it? Psychologists, which is really interesting. Plus, they do the spiritual stuff. So they want me. And, I should be excited, but I'm not. Because the thing is that I think that the best call for action is for me to try to get the Americans that are here, right? Because I can make more money and I speak English, because my Spanish is going to take time. And eventually offer it in Spanish. But the thing is, it's like I have to do all the promotion. I have to, and it's like really starting from zero. I mean, yes, I have a space and they take a percentage, fine. And it's in the right neighborhood, which is good. And the space is nice, great. They're doing work there, great. But it's a lot. I mean, part of me feels like there's nothing to lose, right? But at the same time, it's my time. And, would I be better off spending my time on promoting my artwork, which I'd rather do, truthfully. And I have a lot of other things going on online, the meditation, so I'm going to get deeper into that. So I'm a little bit, it's like, maybe I should just put my toe in the water and see. So that's where I'm at. I'm not gung ho, and I'm not no. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'll put a little effort into it, but I'm not, see, I have this tendency to put all my enthusiasm into something and then expect something back. and then I get disappointed. Or I put so much effort and so much passion into something, and then a lot of times it just kind of ends up being nothing. So I don't really want to do that anymore. I don't really want to do that anymore. So I'm really like that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I'm going to talk to some people. You know, I mean, I'm going to put a little effort into it, but I'm not. Oh, this is my new thing, and this is my new job, and it's. I also feel like I'm better off for myself. I'm the center. I make some money from there. 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 So if this one doesn't work out, that one, a little bit like that. And also, I like variety, and I get bored. The healing gift is here. The healing gift is here. So this is a page, and pages have this energy of youth. And so it's kind of this energy of naivete and an energy of it's going to work because I think it's going to work, right? You know how like kids, they just make it up and it works somehow. But the thing about him, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very loving. It's almost like a little kid saying to the grandparent, that they love so much. It's like, I'm going to buy you a car because you need a new car, whatever. And it's like, well, it's a very sweet intent. And, but do I have what it takes to back it up? There's a little bit of that. So he wears his heart on his sleeve, but very genuine, very loving, very kind, very healing, very intuitive, offers a gift. And it could be like a new gift or a gift yet unseen. It's like an inkling of what I'd like to do in a way, how I want to take care of people, how I want to be more loving in the world, that kind of energy. It's a nice energy, but I feel like it's something in the beginning phases. In the beginning phases, it's like it's an idea, it's a feeling. Um, and maybe it's just about letting it grow. It's almost like when you buy a new plant or you take a clipping from a small plant and you replant it and say, okay, grow, grow, grow. And, my experience with plants is sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And sometimes the one that you think, yeah, we'll see, goes crazy. And then the one you think, oh, this is definitely going to grow in this soil, in this plot, in this space in the garden. And then it doesn't. So, yeah, it's an energy of like maybe allowing in a new intuitive thought, a new healing modality or something like that. So that's my story. Is it cold, Dina? I'm sure it's cold. It was a little cool here for the past few days, but today it's warm again. And I might go to a meetup tonight. I'll see. I have a lot to do. But, you keep on practicing and writing and, decide on who you want to be in touch with. It's like, do I want to be in touch with my higher self? Do I want to call in a specific angel or a specific guide, my own guide? Do I want to call in my grandmother? Like that. I think it's really good to like have a focus of who, because otherwise it's like, well, I'm getting messages, but I have no idea where they're from. It's like, well, I want a message from Archangel Michael. I want a message from Mother Mary. I want a message from my grandmother. I want a message from my higher self. Right? Focus. Oh, it's 50. Wow. That's nice. Unusual. December. Very unusual. But we're used to the unusual, aren't we? All right. I've got things to do. And I'm going to develop these sort of meditations to get in touch with who we want to get in touch with. It'll come. The other thing I was thinking, Dina, listen to this. It's a big commitment, though. I thought in order to build a community, I could do a guided meditation and, put up a flyer and, make it really inexpensive so I can get people there in English. Because otherwise I'm competing with all the people who are there who are already offering all these other services in Spanish. And the thing is like, I'm the solo English speaker there. And there are a lot of people in the neighborhood that are English speakers. And they're here for 6 months, or maybe they live here. Probably not. Most of them, they come for 6 months. They do that digital nomad thing. But I feel like when you are in a foreign country, it's like you're open to a new experience. You're open to like doing like maybe spiritual things, and I also feel like some people are going to come here and be like, I was called here, but I don't know why, And one guy speaks English that was there last night. And I really liked him. He was very helpful. And a nice person. Him and his wife both do energy work. And they're both sort of shaman, basically. And I told him the story. He goes, "Oh, you were called here. You were called here." Because it's very few men, just like all the spiritual stuff, it's very few men. So very interesting. I have to like chew on it and see what happens and pay attention to the signals, right? But I'm not that. I'm not that, because it's going to take a lot of work. And it's like, do I really want to put that much effort into it? And it's like, I need for it to like organically grow, not. So that's where I'm at, which is not like me. I'm usually Mr. Enthusiasm. So maybe that's actually good. Maybe that's actually good. Oh, I talked a long time today. Anyway, let me get dressed, check my messages. And I put up the weeklies. I didn't even get to the weeklies yesterday. I just put them up. And I'll be doing the January readings. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. I'm not getting like this. I'm getting like, right. I mean, I could put a little effort toward it and see what happens. Right. Not, oh, this is the be all end all, because that's usually the energy I have. And there is no be all end all. All right. So, and also like this is newness. That's that. And please go check out my meditations. They're available for purchase. They're $11. I'm really happy with them. And I hope you are too. Blessings. Have a lovely day. Bye, Dina.